Hello, my friend. Once again, welcome to my live stream, which will turn into a regular video. This has been fun trying to get back on the wagon, get back on the horse, whatever that saying is. I hope everyone's doing well. It's funny, right before starting to record, I was like, okay, I figured out the topic I was going to start with. But once again, I come on here and get starstruck and I lose my words and my tongue. So here we are. We'll just take a moment to, settle in. I had one of those mornings where I felt super rushed, and I'm sure that you've gone through something like this as well, where it just feels like you have so many things to do, but you feel stuck in your current state. And it feels like you can't shift your energy and do what you need to do in order to settle that feeling. And I just felt like I couldn't get out of the bedroom this morning. I just felt like I couldn't leave, and I kept thinking about wanting to do my morning practice, my sadhana, and I just felt trapped. And then I finally got out. I got to my space. I started doing my practice, but I was rushing through it and I couldn't really stay in the practice. I was just rushing through it, trying to get through it so that I could then do my video, and then I can go get something to eat and go make my morning tea. And the list just kept building. So even though I was satisfying what I thought was a need, there was always another need following. And now I'm sitting here upon reflection of the last, hour and a half, 2 hours of the day. I'm like, man, why didn't I just let it be? Why didn't I just enjoy the experience and let it be what it was, and not get so worked up about moving to the next thing? But it's funny how your human is like, yeah, but I'm hungry. Yeah, but I'm thirsty. Yeah, but you need to do your stretches. Yeah, but you need to do this. Yeah, but maybe you should watch this YouTube video. There's just so much going on all of the time. And I just feel like you're constantly getting pulled. I'm constantly getting pulled. And now I'm sitting here trying to find grounding and presence, even though I, in theory, in the last hour, should have accomplished that. I don't like using that term, but it didn't happen. So I sense the energy for today is going to be a little bit ungrounding. I sense that it's going to take a lot of conscious effort to pause and to be okay with where you are in this moment. So I'm interested to know how your day goes and if you find that that's true in your world. I think that's one of the coolest things about connecting with people is that you find this commonality, and even though our personalities and beliefs may vary and differ, one thing that we do share is energy. And there's been so many times where someone would be like, how are you doing? And you know how there's pleasantries where people will be like, how are you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm great, thank you. How are you? And you don't actually talk about anything of substance. And you're like, you know what? I'm not actually feeling okay. I wish I had said, you know what? I'm feeling this today, and opening up in that way. But sometimes you're brave, or sometimes the person you're speaking with is brave, and they'll say, or you'll say, you know what? I feel like the energy is a little bit wonky today, and I'm feeling a little bit ungrounded. And my favorite thing is when the other person's like, oh my God, you do? And it's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the stars, but I'm feeling this way. And it's so fascinating how other people will also pick up on that. There's this one woman who, such an interesting story, actually. Maybe to me it is. What's the first touch point? It had to be online. So I came across this woman online, and she's a sex and intimacy coach. And through the years, I've dabbled through the cycles of, trying to connect with myself, but also like my partner, but through sacred sexuality and like intimacy. And it's a I'm like all rosy in the cheeks. Like what an interesting, what a challenging topic to sometimes, you know, be bold and brave about. But anyways, so I had been following her account, and I liked what she had to say. She was a very open, engaging human, and she at the time lived in a city about 2 hours away. So she lived in like the big city that's close to us, but I was like, cool. She's relatively close in the community. Like she's within she's within the area. And so I've been following her. And then, cycles change, interests change, and, I didn't really see her for a really long time. And then at my restaurant, she started coming in, and I was like, oh, I know you. And I'm like, I know you. Like, I follow you online. And we didn't really chat in person the few times that it happened. But it was just kind of cool. I was like, oh, cool. She's now in my city. And I re-looked her up, and I was like, cool, she's still doing her thing. Like she's still this super engaging, super lovely human. And in the real world, we just got to, say, hey, how are you? Like, and then she started coming in more frequently, and we started chatting a little bit more. And it came, and I was like, yes, like I do follow you. I was like, I like what you have to say. Like, these are my interests. This is how like I, connect with you. Super lovely human. And then one day, we were having a super busy day, and we were short staffed. And then all of a sudden, she was like in the back helping out, and her and the owner and her mom, I guess, are like really good friends. So I guess it's not that weird. She's known the owner for years and years, but she stepped in to help us, and I got to work with her. And then when it slowed down, we got to like actually have a conversation. And it was so nice to talk to this woman who's like, she's a social media presence. Like she has an online business. She does not have a 3D job. She does her work online. She does coaching, and she has podcasts, and she has social media. And it was just really cool getting to chat with her and to meet somebody who's like in a different lane than me, but still doing similar things, right? She's creating this online business. She's chatting with people. She's creating community. She's running workshops. She's putting herself out there talking about sex and sexuality, which is like a very challenging and topic to really challenging topic to bring to the table. And it's just really cool. So I haven't actually our paths haven't crossed basically since that time that we got to connect. But I just think it's just kind of one of those really cool experiences where you meet. It's like meeting your idol. Not that she was an idol, but I don't know if anyone's ever met like an idol and how that was, because I've often thought that I wouldn't get starstruck, but also I've gone over in my mind, so you may or may not know if you've been here for a while. My my favorite artist of this time, and the person like the celebrity, dare I say, the person that like I have felt like connected with the most. Her name is Julian Baker, and I got to see her in concert finally after like many years of it just not happening, and it quite the tall tale. But I've had this conversation. I've had it in my mind for years. Like, if I actually had the opportunity to meet her and have a conversation with her, like, how would it go? Because it must be so weird to be famous and be like, okay, is this person going to know me? Yes or no? And if they do know me, are they going to be like, oh my gosh, hi, like you're so this, you're so that? Or are they going to be like chill and pretend like they don't know? Or if they don't know me, do I have to explain who I am? And then it's a whole can of worms. And then they're going to be like, oh, you're a this. And I can imagine it's really strange, really strange to not know the person that's looking at you. Like, you're looking in their eyes, and like, it must be so strange to kind of have this block up of like, I am who I am, but like, I don't know. I just imagine it would be weird. So I've had this conversation of like what I would even say to her. And it's like, I find no ease in that because I don't know how it would go. And I would want it to be comfortable, and I would want to talk to her like she's a human, but also respect the fact that, she's done all that she's done in this world. And, it has had a profound impact on my life. But I don't want to put that on her plate. Like, that's not for me uh, to give, or to like try to receive something from her that is man-made. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would just want it to be like a cool conversation. Like, I would want it to be like a bump the shoulder and be like, oh, you dropped your phone. Great, here you go. Hope you're having a nice day. Um, you got nice eyes. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm interested. If anyone's met an idol, or met someone that is like famous, or is doing really cool stuff in your community, like what is that like? And how did you find having conversations with them? Um, oh, I just want to say hi, Dawn. It's nice to see you too. I'm glad you're recovering. It's been quite the season. Troy, hi. Troy, I don't know if there was a video a couple of weeks back, and I had shouted you out because I was so happy that I finally got to see one of your lives, and it was your 2024 recap. And it was so cool to see you. Like, you're such a good host. And like, I was trying to like, I wanted to like jump in the chat, but you guys were talking about so many cool like movies and games, and I was like, I have no frame of reference for this. I I yes. I'm not I watch okay. I don't know. I go through phases as I do, but I do enjoy cinema. I do enjoy cinema, but as you might know, like, I'm really bad at quoting things, and I'm really bad at like remembering specific things. So I feel like when I try to come to the table with like information about movies and stuff, I just like am so not prepared. And same with video games. The only game, like, I've dabbled. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I've like, I've done pretty well sometimes. But the only game I've ever like really gotten into was it was called Don't Starve, and it was like this Steam game. I think it's Steam. I think Steam. And yeah, I got really into it for a while. I played many hours, and it's a sandbox game, and you can't like win, and that's how they keep you there, I guess. But I found out that there was a way. There was a way to like kind of win. There was like you can like go into this thing, and there's like a 5-part level, and you can't die. And I didn't die, and I beat it. And then so I vowed to myself, I was like, you put so much time and effort into this game. I was like, if you win this, like you're done. And and I did. And then I never played again. And I think that was the last time I played a game. So anyways, um I don't have the details of that stuff, but yeah, it was really cool getting to listen in and be in your world. So thank you for that. Um, gosh, what a cool thing this is, connecting with people. I think I enjoy doing these videos live. I know a lot of YouTubers have like their separate videos and then their live videos, so we'll see what happens. I'm just like playing around with all of this, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Joyce says, "Don't starve." Sounds like good advice for life. Certainly, right? Certainly. Oh man. Oh man. Wow. I think we're gonna make this a short one today. I hear my son, he just woke up. It's late in the day. Last little quick aside, for any parents out there, I'm always looking for parenting advice or, solidarity, because what a wild ride it is to navigate. Like, I think of like myself as the bumpers in bowling for this kid. Um, and I'm trying to make sure that he, like, can stay within the bumpers, but I'm always like trying to treat him like a human, like a human. Like, I want him to feel like his world is not running him as much as possible, and that he has the freedom to explore and live his life that best suits him. And so he's a little bit younger, but I had been noticing that he would go down for a nap and just he would wake up and he was just like not happy. And it's like me when I would nap. Like, I would be so grouchy for hours, and I just felt like I never actually recovered from it. So we've been playing around with like him not napping, and then like trying to get him to like sleep in a little bit later, because naturally, especially when he was younger, he would like sleep until like 9 o'clock. And I was like, you can't do that. All the parents on the internet say you got to wake up at 7 a.m. because like that's when the cortisol spike happens. And so I was trying to force him to like conform to these standards that the internet moms set. And he was like naturally sleeping till 9. And I was like, gosh, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what to do. But anyways, so nowadays we're testing out no nap and just powering through the day, and him going to bed a little bit earlier, but like sleeping in a little bit later. And we're seeing how that all works out. So anyways, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. Oh, my viewers. Oh, this was fun. It's nice having some chats. Troy, thank you. I'll definitely see if I can take you up on that. It'd be really nice to meet your wife and connect with you. Everyone, your viewers seem so like your chat was going off. I loved it. I loved it. Dawn, oh, you take care. I also I ended up getting sick, getting hit twice actually, the week before Christmas and then last week. So I'm on the mend as well. I'll share in case anyone else is feeling it, because I know that it's going around the world, a lot of sickness. One of my kitchen witch remedies that I was working with, my voodoo magic, as my husband likes to call it, was I would, in a blender, I would blend up oranges, pineapple. I would juice like an entire bag of lemons, and then add in like tons of turmeric and tons of ginger, and then add in some oil and then pepper, sometimes some cinnamon as well, and then blend that all up and strain it. And that was my immunity juice. And I was drinking that like 3 times a day. And I'm telling you, like, colors were more vivid. It was something that I feel like really supported my system um, through the sickness, and all of those different ingredients, have antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory properties, um, and all of these other really beautiful benefits. So I was drinking that like nonstop, and then I would freeze the pulp and then make tea out of it. So I'd freeze it and then pull it out, put it in a strainer, hot water, and have that as a tea. And I just had, and that really helped supported my body through dealing with sickness. So hope that helps. Hope that helps. If anyone's going through it, if anyone gets through it, oh my goodness, it's a lot. You can probably still hear it in me as well. It's a time, but that's okay. We're gonna get through it. We're all strong. Um, I'm thinking about you. Send good vibes to everyone around you, and we'll get through it. So, anyways, with that, my friends, this was fun. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.